Any questions? Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How do we know when we are doing meditation what we conclude is haq or batil?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How you meditate. What is meditation in Islam? These days, people understand meditation. You sit certain way, you put your hands certain way, and you just empty yourself, whatever that means. Only time you can empty yourself is when you're dead. That time you completely empty. What does that mean? How are you doing meditation? Do you have the permission to do meditation? Do you have the authority to do meditation? Do you have enough knowledge to do meditation? What is meditation in Islam? Like in other ways? What do you hope to get when you're doing meditation? To see some vision to open to you? Come down a little bit. Be a little bit more humble. Be a little bit more practical. Have a little bit more common sense. Don't be flying high. Because to sit down and to enter into different worlds like that, when you're not given permission, when you cannot even control your ego, that time shaitan is taking you for a ride, not Rahman. You may enter to different worlds, but it's shaitan that is bringing you to different worlds. You may see certain things, but it's shaitan that is showing you. What we are concentrating on, according to the teachings of our Shaykh, that is needed for us, for now, for here. Don't look what they did 100, 300, 500, 800 years ago. That is not for you. You cannot even read books of medicine 800 years ago and to try to apply it without a tabib that is there, a doctor that is there, what they call Luqman Hakim that is there, to balance everything out. You cannot. What happens when you start to do that? You're going to make poison instead of a medicine for you. So what is meditation according to us? According to the way of haqq. According to Shaykh and Sahibul Sayyid, that is tafakkur. What is tafakkur? Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, 1 hour of tafakkur, 1 hour. It is better than 70 years of worship, voluntary worship. So what? Allah, they are opening up that hadith to say, what is tafakkur? Tafakkur that is for us, it is to sit and it is to think. To think about what? What are you going to think about? Only 2 things. We are here to know Allah and to worship Allah. We have to think about the greatness of Allah. Don't concentrate on that. Are you going to think about your own greatness? No. What are you going to think about? Your own weakness. When you think about your own weakness, you will understand the greatness of Allah. It will show. This is the tafakkur that you sit down and you understand what is our state. What are we? We are creatures. We are weak creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That tafakkur is going to make us to have more faith, to have more strength. We sit and we think about what are the things that we are doing in our lives, that we have done in our lives, that makes the strength to be taken away from us. What are we doing in our lives that makes us to become really weak? Then you start thinking about your ego. How your ego has fooled you. And you're going to dig a little bit deeper. Okay, I did this thing. I said this thing to someone. I cheated this person. Astaghfirullah. That's easy enough to do. You're going to sit and say, no, why did I do it? Find very specific reasons why you're doing it. Because people, they have thousands of excuses. Because people will never admit to something. Because instead of, like I said, they cannot, how are you going to understand the words of Allah if you don't understand the words that you say yourself to yourself? You say, why are you doing that? Long time ago, one big story, he's going to say. One whole long list of excuses, you're going to say. One more way of running and slicking and running away from the haqq. I cheated that person because I was jealous of him. Why were you jealous? Because he had this and I don't. You ask yourself more and more and more. You pick another incident that happened in your life. It doesn't have to be 10 years ago. It can be happening today or yesterday or last week. So you start looking yourself under the microscope. You start thinking, you start judging your actions. Judge yourself before they judge you. Once you start doing it, and you're able now to take that from that tafakkur, that meditation, and you take it to put in your life, so that when the action comes again, you will know what to do, you know what to say, you are familiar with the situation. There is no guarantee to you sit down and you say, yes, I'm bad. Then later you wake up, something else happens, you forget about all of that and you just do it again. Then just like that sohbat, just like that tafakkur, you cannot connect it. In this way you have to connect it. Otherwise we're in very big trouble. So now you start thinking and you start understanding. That time, no one has to tell you what is haqq and what is batil. You know by yourself. That time, if you have a shaykh, if you have a murshid, whatever that is, anything that is doubtful, at least you have someone clear that is going to be able to help you. This much is enough, inshallah, for this month. ومن الله توفيق الفاتحة. آمين.